A very good morning and welcome to Swecho TV. I will always advise you to be here from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. This is the hot seat, the best show to everyone that looks into all that affects the entire society, be it leadership, be it things to do with the academics, of course, that deals with them, be it security issues, everything at large. We discuss them and see every point of all the interested individuals. And of course, as a country, we need to move together. Remember, this is Swecho TV coming to you live from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, every Monday, 10 a.m. to 12 noon. And welcome back. We are going to discuss a number of details here. The Linda Mwananchi went to had a nice tour in Kisii County. Of course, we saw Babu Owino, we saw the current senator of Nairobi County, Edwin Sifuna. We had the entire team having a tour there to sell the agenda and ask the common Mwananchi the way forward. Of course, we have to look into it and have more details. Let's watch this video and see what they had to say to the Kenyans and their interested members at large. Let's have a look at this. Then later we shall discuss all that happened and our own view on each and every discussion from the leaders that had their views.
Akamwambia Arati, mimi ndio headquarter ya fujo. Mimi ndio headquarter ya fujo. Mimi ndio headquarter ya fujo. Mimi ndio mnemfuza Arati tukiwa na Babu. Lakini kwa sasa akijaribu kuleta fujo hapa Kisii, tutaonana mundu kwa mundu. Wa mundu kwa mundu. Cha pili, mimi nasema hivi, tulikuwa tunapiga kura pamoja. Wa Kisii wamepiga kura kwa Raila Amolo Odinga. Wa Kisii wamepiga kura kwa Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. Mutapiga kura pamoja na Kisumu, pamoja na Homa Bay, pamoja na Migori, pamoja na Siaya, pamoja na Bungoma na Vihiga mpaka Mount Kenya. Tutafute Matiang'i ama tutafute Matiang'i? Mnanisikia?
Asante DJ. Asante DJ. Nataka kujua huku mnaniona vizuri? Pande hii mnaniona vizuri? Huku mnaniona vizuri? Pale nyuma mnaniona vizuri? Mimi ndio Sifuna. Kwa maombi yenu tumefika Kisii leo. Tangu tuachane, kuna mambo ambayo yamefanyika na nataka niseme hayo mambo mawili peke yake. Kwanza, kama watu wa Kisii, nataka nichukue nafasi hii kuwapatia pole speciali kwa sababu hatujakutana tangu tumpoteze baba Raila Amolo Odinga. Na niwashukuru watu wa Omogusi kwa kusimama na baba miaka hiyo yote ambaye alikuwa anafanya kazi kama mwanasiasa Kenya hii. Mujipigie makofi. Asanteni sana. Mimi baada ya baba kuondoka nimepoteza marafiki wengi sana, lakini pia nimepata marafiki wapya wengi sana. Nyinyi ni marafiki zangu. Nyinyi ni marafiki zangu. Simba akanyage kubwa kubwa, aende akiendanga, muta replace Simba. Wangapi wanasema Simba akanyage kubwa kubwa? Nataka niseme nikiwa hapa Kisii, Mheshimiwa Simba, nilikuwa najidanganya ati wewe ni rafiki yangu. Kumbe unaweza kuingia mahali wanachinja Sifuna, wewe ndio mwenye kunoa kisu. Mimi nitakuambia Simba, nimekusamehe, lakini watu wa Kisii munirudishie hiyo deni, munilipie hiyo deni. Jambo la mwisho, nataka niseme kama mmoja wa viongozi wa Linda Mwananchi hapa. Kuna watu wanafikiria ati sisi tutatumika kugawa kura, ati ndio Kasongo apite katikati. Nataka nitangaze nikiwa Kisii, Hakuna mtu anafungulia hiyo paka dirisha ati iruke nje. Tutatafuta Matiang'i. Tumepata niendelee nisiendelee? Niendelee nisiendelee? Niseme nisiseme? Niseme nisiseme? Si tumepata Maraga yuko hapa. Tutafute pia Kalonzo. Tutafute Matiang'i. Tutoe kikosi moja hatari. By saa 12 asubuhi Kasongo kuwa ameenda nyumbani. Wangapi wanakubaliana na sisi? Timu ni moja. Timu ni moja, tamu ni moja. Timu ni moja, tamu ni moja. Timu ni moja. Asanteni sana. Nataka nichukue fursa hii. Babu ananikumbusha shot pia ni moja. Wacha nichukue fursa hii niwakaribishie viongozi wengine wako hapa. Nataka Mheshimiwa James Orengo Mheshimiwa James Orengo na Mheshimiwa Sosi wazungumze, alafu tutajulisha kwa wabunge.
Welcome back. Let's have a look at it where the current governor of Siaya, that's Orengo, James Agri Orengo, has stated clearly that he is actually, or rather, the current governor of Kisii County, that's Simba Arati, is his student when it's come to being. Let me just quote it, because he has mentioned it clearly that Simba Arati is the headquarter of Fujo, like James Orengo is the headquarter of Fujo, to mean that perhaps in everything that we may look into, it simply means that he believes that he is the one who trained Simba Arati, and therefore he is warning Simba Arati against trying to go around him, or rather having something else, and that does not support his own view. He again urges the members of Kisii County to vote in the same way, just like Kisumu, Kisii, Homa Bay, Siaya, and the Migori, and the entire Nyanza region. When you look at it, we've been considering Nyanza region to be members of, rather full members, or rather the bedroom of ODM. And here, Agri has got a different idea that needs to be rechecked, because in Linda Mwananchi, they are not currently in government. Let's look at what the current Senator of Nairobi County had to say. That's Edwin Sifuna. He said that Simba Arati had betrayed him, and being that since Baba died, he lost so many friends, but of course he also appreciates on the other hand that he had the best new friends again. He encourages members of Kisii County to replace Simba Arati. On the same note, he hereby appreciates the work of Kisii counties as a whole, as he wants the residents now to replace the current governor. It simply means that when we go back, we say that things change. We know tomorrow is guaranteed, but we are not sure of what will happen. But you look at Sifuna and Simba Arati, they are way back when they were in good terms, when they were in ODM. He used to be the best, they used to be best friend, and that one he also confirmed to us earlier. Now let's look at it. The Linda Mwananchi also have got their preferred candidate in the gubernatorial race in Kisii County. That's the current Senator Onyonka. And when you look at this, it simply means that ODM, there is an internal battle that we may not try to figure out the outcoming. We may not decide as we speak. When you look at it in a bigger picture, we realize that Senator Onyonka were in good terms with the current governor, and of course these people now today, they are no longer in good terms. Linda Mwananchi will have their own candidate, their own preferred candidate. Then the Linda ground, led by Dr. Oburu Odinga, the current Senator of Siaya County, will also have their preferred candidate, and that is most likely the current Governor Simba Arati will be seeking for the second term. So let's when you look at this, it simply means that the Linda Mwananchi, in as much as their leadership is concerned, they are trying to reach out every docket, and you realize there's that the current people they have, maybe the people had a different view that Sifuna would be going for the presidency race, and rather he confirmed that he will be seeking for the senatorial race in Nairobi, going for the second term. And now, last week they confirmed to us that they need to unite. That's why they have to call, of course, Baraka joined them in that rally. So they are seeking that they should have Maraga, they should have Matiang'i, they should have the rest of the opposition team, so that they form one party that will give them one president to compete against Dr. William Samoei Ruto. People have got different views. Some had different ideas. When you look at the statement referred by Honorable Osotsi, it's confirmed that under no circumstances should Linda Mwananchi focus on joining the team led by Rigathi Gachagua, and it simply means that they need to have their own candidate. And now, last week it was clearly confirmed by Sifuna that and Orengo, Babu Owino, the entire team, they confirmed to us that they are looking forward to negotiating with the different allies, or rather different political parties. So when you look at it, doesn't need much time for campaign. That's the current president. And the other side, that's the Linda Mwananchi, said that they have got the best preferred candidate that will ensure that Ruto goes home. If you refer to the current statement that you just watched from your own screen, Sifuna has stated clearly that they are entering that room, and of course they are ensuring that nobody leaves. And through that clip, it really brings a lot of confusion, because when they say that they are they are joining that room and they ensure that nobody leaves that room, it simply brings an idea of if he is not the preferred candidate, then who is there as the preferred candidate? We looked at it, and when you under the Linda ground, that's under the ODM, under Dr. Oburu Odinga, he stated clearly that he also going for a second term as the senator. Then we are going to look at it and see if at all he's also going to be, of course, the next senator, then serving as his second term as the senator. How about the new leadership that is going to be formed? Does it mean that, of course, the current deputy president, Professor Kithure Kindiki, is also going? Does it mean that he's going to serve as a second term as the deputy president? Or now ODM is going to sit to have a talk and discuss on who is going for the deputy presidential race, as they're going to discuss their agreement on the table? Or are they just eyeing for other seats? Because things are already getting much hotter, just as always say, things are getting much hotter. We have got the preferred candidates everywhere. Babu Owino is also eyeing for the governor in Nairobi County. And he also stated that he has always stating that he will be the next president in 2032. We have got the CS Treasury, that's John Mbadi. He also stated clearly that in 2032 he will also be in the ballot. So a lot of confusion happens. When you look at Kisii County as a whole, Linda Mwananchi tour, a lot happened. Of course, we after the break we shall discuss on the negative things that happened, and we will move into the detailed part. The rally was successful, even though some commotions were seen. But the campaign, when you look at this, the campaign wasn't only for the presidential race. They are also targeting to have candidate, another candidate in every sector. In Kisii, they are already nominating a governor. They are also talking of the senator. So Linda Mwananchi as a whole, they are trying to reach or to have all the capacities, all the seats that are available from the members of the county assembly going forward to the presidency rate. So, as ODM is not going to have as Linda Mwananchi is not going to have the deputy president, and as Edwin Sifuna is also not going to be the president, the preferred candidate for the Linda Mwananchi, who else are they going to nominate as their presidential candidate? When we look at what James Agri Orengo said, he stated clearly that is also the best candidate, of which is okay. Is also the best candidate. When you look at the Rigathi Gachagua side, he also said so well that is the preferred candidate and of course the best candidate to ensure that it takes root to home. That's according to him. So this if you look at our former Chief Justice David Maraga, he also stated that he is the best candidate that should be the next president of the Republic of Kenya. So when you look at this candidate, everyone believes that he is the best to lead the country forward after Dr. William Samoei Ruto, and they are all eyeing at 2027. So when you look at this, it also brings another confusion on if they have to agree, whom will they agree to be their presidential flag, or to be their presidential preferred candidate. Because Babu Owino and Sifuna also referred that they also look for Kalonzo Musyoka. So the team is big. Everyone is the best candidate. Everyone believes in himself, of course, that they can take the country forward based on what the country really needs as we speak, and based on what they have done. So everyone feels that they are the best candidate. When we also have in our own opinion, we also say that everyone deserves to lead and everyone deserves also to be led. But now, to what extent should we have everyone having their own view? People showed up in that rally. People showed up to cheer up, and of course to come and listen to what the Linda Mwananchi Brigade had to tell them. And of course, they had to pick some agendas. Mostly, they speak on why they are also the best candidate, or rather the best team to talk of, and that Kenyans should have interest in. Based on just the info track of previous list, we saw most of the leaders, of course, from the Linda Mwananchi side being at the top performance. When you look at Babu Owino, of course, it was the best, and therefore perhaps these are some of the views that they prefer. That of course each and every member of a society needs the best service and everything at their doorstep. So when I believe when they look at that and at some of these performances, what they bring to us on the table and say that you need to give us a second chance at a higher level though, so that we move this country forward as a society, or rather as a great team. Let's look at this in a different angle. We will have a president, yes. In 2027, we will go for election. We will have the president, which is okay. Now, if these teams have to come, if these other parties have to form, to come together and form one party, they are also going to they are also going to have their own figures. So when you look at ODM is already splitted into two: who is going to serve where and who is going to serve where. And it simply means that ODM will not have got the full number. That's the 100% number of ODM members voting for one side. There is already a split, and this is going to affect ODM as an entire when they are going to be reasoning, or rather sitting on the same table to reason on power, on 50-50 power that had been said by the current governor of Homa Bay County, and also the ODM chairperson, Honorable Gladys Wanga. It's really going to affect them, because the number, when you look at the Linda Mwananchi team in Kisii, the way they went there, they also had their own number. When they went to Kisumu, they had their own number. When they went to Nairobi, so already there's a split in ODM. When Linda Mwananchi also have their candidate, of course, they also can't count for 100% number from ODM side. So we will see on what happens again. We are going to have our short break. Don't go anywhere. We are coming back to bring to you the side effect of the Linda Mwananchi tour, because it's open for the negative side part of it, in as much as we would say that the leaders arrived safe and left safe, but there were attacking that took place, and we want to see on the side effect of what happened in Keroka, that's under Kisii County, when they were already moving to reach various places in that region. Let's have our first break. We will be coming back to you live with the side effect discussion and see on which limits should a Kenyan citizen or rather an individual reach when it comes to political parties. Thank you so much. Don't go anywhere. Just relax. We are coming back in a while. Welcome back. Now, Linda Mwananchi, of course, they had their own tour. In the when they were almost done with the part of their rallies, there are section of team that let me not call it. There's a section of team that had a different opinion with their party, and therefore they decided to take their own action. They decided to take action against the Linda Mwananchi Brigade, and therefore they had some disagreements. As this is the video that I'm going to show. Then later on we shall have a discussion on it. Let's have a look at this and base our own views on this.
Hey, fire! 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 Toka na para! Toka para! Toka para muna ali. Fire! 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 Chisara babgade. Uwa! Chisara babgade. Abe chisara. Abe chisara. Do them!
according to that interruption that took place last week, one person
Mwambia Arati mimi ndio
Osiem was traveling in the Linda Mwananchi convoy when it was ambushed by a group of youth armed with stones in the Keumbu area. So when we look at this, we decide that Vincent Osiemo is just a 36-year-old, and we look at it and say that Parliament from Bomachoge Borabu, and he says that young people should not be Choge Borabu, and he says that young people should not be misused by politicians. We squarely blame the security forces for what is happening. If they are not ready to protect us, we shall also repulse them. Look at that. When you look at that video carefully, you would see that there are some number of police officers. They are there, of course, but it seems like they are assuming everything. Be it, I can't personally tell, or rather I can't personally have an opinion, because I would say that either they were overpowered, or rather there's something else that was happening, because police officers were there, only that they with zero reaction. They were not doing anything at all. So in as much as you are a political leader, in as much as you are a citizen, you have the right to be protected by the government at all costs. And as the government protect you also have to protect yourself. In this video that we've watched, or rather in that entire team, what we've learned is that we lost a life that we shouldn't have lost at any point, because when you look at that age, this is someone who is still young, this is someone who has got a family, this is someone who people depends on. Of course, it's a dream of every individual to succeed. This is someone that is also just trying to make his life out, because he decided he was supporting the Linda Mwananchi. Then by bad luck during that attack, it was ambushed and fell. So he had to be beaten by unknown individuals. If you look at these people, they were totally armed. So we may have a contrary view, but at the end of it, do not kill an individual at any point because of political difference, because of any political issues, because of any there's no sin at all that requires death as a penalty in any circumstances. We stand with the family, of course, as Swechotv, the entire team, we stand with the family. But again, the government needs to look at everything and react with immediate effect, because we don't say that when Linda Mwananchi were going to say, everyone knew. Let me see if the security sector were aware, because even me personally, I was aware before. So it would have been better when the security team, the government could have ensured that the ground is well protected and everyone the security is maintaining law and order, to ensure that even though the Linda Mwananchi has got a different opinion, rather they are in the opposition side, everyone needs to be protected, just in the same way that any other team, or rather the leading party, when they go to their rallies, everyone is always protected. The entire as a nation, we will not go lead into a positive direction if this is the mindset that we are going to have, that when we are in point A, or rather when I are in a certain party A, then everyone needs to be in party A. When I am in party B, everyone needs to be in party B. No, there needs to be a fair competitive environment that ensures that even though we have got different agendas, even though we have got different ideas, even though we have got different numbers of supporters, we have the same environment to compete. So that when you come, you sell your agendas to everyone, to the targeted, of course, to your targeted individuals. Then I also come, do the same. Everything runs in a peaceful manner. That's when we will have a country. A unified country is a country whereby, even though you are in opposition, I am in government, we can come together and talk, despite of difference in politics. This issue is bringing more tension, and I don't think that this is the best thing to be done, or rather this is the best way to go. When Linda, they lost an individual, that is noted. It is so painful. But now, this is a life that could have been saved. We could be having him alive. He could have been going with his own duties. But now, due to different ideas, of course, I've seen the government reacting, and there are people who are brought into book. There are people who are still going to be questions on because they also believe that the members who attacked every individual that the group, or rather the entire team that attacked the Linda Mwananchi Brigade were hereby hired, or rather paid on something. They were on a different mission. So we've seen government reacting. Of course, that's so nice. We appreciate that as the entire country and the entire interested individual. We appreciate your effort. We've seen the government coming across and bringing people to book that this person, they're going to be questioned on such and such an area. But now, let it not end as a questioning level. This thing needs to be moved forward so that we see that action, like nobody is above the law. It needs to be proven into the security sector, or rather by the security sector, so that we citizens, or rather the normal Mwananchi, can have interest, or rather can have interest and the entire trust to the government. When they see that when a member of government, or rather does something that is contrary to the constitution, or rather to the rule of law, immediate action is taken, and they are being treated equally just as a common Mwananchi. That is something that we need to appreciate on. The country as large, we are eyeing for different positions. People have got different opinion. We have got politicians. They are coming. Next year we shall have an election. When you come to the public, I believe it is just better when you tell us, like, I personally, this is what I have, this is what I'm going to do. It brings a peaceful environment, but don't maybe bring a different ideas. And now, when you're a member of political A, or rather you're supporting party A, political party A, you don't have to go to the political rallies of Party B, because you are rather interfering with their own affairs. You don't have to do that. I was just wondering, because when you look at Linda Mwananchi, they had already informed everyone that they were going to do that on that particular day. I don't know why, or rather I don't understand. Maybe you may understand as my viewer. I don't understand why the people from the other side, they could also come in the same rally, just to bring commotion in the same rally, and say that with us we are from two-term side, which is okay. You be on your side. Everyone should take his or her own side. But now, don't involve yourself into businesses of a political party that you don't support at any point. If suppose your political party is in point A, go to point A. But now, when your political party is in point B, go to point B, but don't go to point A when your political party is not in point A. That is what really hurt so much. So the government needs to condemn that action as much as even taking the immediate action. But this thing should not repeat itself. There was a peaceful rally in Kisumu. There have been peaceful rallies in most of the countries that the Linda Mwananchi have visited, and there have been peaceful rallies where the member of ODM party led by the Dr. Oburu Odinga have been. They have been so peaceful. That is the environment that we really need. We've never seen maybe members of Linda Mwananchi going to interfere and saying maybe one time in the same rally bringing some commotion. That's what needs to be done. Everyone needs to be protected a bit of any different opinions. We have to be protected, because at the end of it, we represent one county, where one country, we belong to the same society. This Linda Mwananchi Brigade had their own different ideas. When you look at how one of the motorcade that were really affected, we have got the former Chief Justice David Maraga. The vehicle was truly demolished. If you look at it, it was truly demolished, and therefore we thank God that he survived and is very safe. And I've not seen anyone who was really injured apart from the life lost, and of course the residents were injured. But the leaders themselves, I've seen that in as much as these commotions came, their properties were destroyed, and of course it brought a lot of commotions. They are safe, and we appreciate that. this thing, in as much as we do our rallies, we also need to be very careful. As an individual, do not bring your life to the solution, or rather the end of your life to the solution of the country's problem. That shouldn't be the case. You do your role as a citizen, but do not stand out. Do not agree to be bought, or rather being paid to go and bring to go and air your different opinion in a place that doesn't favor, in an environment that doesn't favor your own view. Being paid and rather killing someone because of maybe 100 or rather 1,000 shillings doesn't help. At the end of it, you will not succeed in everything that you will do. Remember, ending a life is not a solution to anything. So you should, as a Kenyan, as a citizen of any country, do not kill an individual, or rather do not fight for a political party with coming. You can disagree and have a different idea, but you do not have a physical confrontation due to that differences. Of course, this is the Swecho TV, the best TV station, the leading online TV station, the best place to be every Monday to Friday. Coming to you live is the hot seat with me, DEDAN Jack Arevi Ouma. We also have the lounge by Lewinsky Anyona and Faith Otieno from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. We also have the Sports Hub. The Sports Hub comes to you every weekend by Danish Odera. That is only in Swecho TV, and we have got a lot. The entire team have got a lot to bring to you. Remember to join me live every 10 a.m. on Monday to Friday, coming to you live. This is the hot seat. We are looking forward to bringing you the best discussion. We bring you the daily brief. We take you through on what happened on a daily basis in as much as the country is concerned, be it issues to do with the leadership, be it in matters to do with security, be it matters to do with education. The entire team, the entire sectors, we bring them to the table and discuss everything that happens on a daily basis. Keep on with us at Swecho TV. You can reach us as you can see in your own screen there. You can call us. You can reach us in our email, swechotv@gmail.com. You can meet us Swechotv Kenya in all social media platforms, be it TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook, all social media platforms. Remember to reach us for compliment, or rather for any comment. You are allowed to reach us anytime. This is the hot seat coming to you live every Monday to Friday. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your effort for joining me. And of course, may God protect you. We meet tomorrow, same time, same place, but with different topic. Have a blessed day. See you at 2 p.m. when you meet Lewinsky Anyona for the launch.